Hello and welcome to a new video by Blackjack. In this video we're going to be talking about storage solutions, and there are three main types of storage solutions for home users, namely the external hard drive, a DAS or direct attached storage, and also a NAS or network attached storage. In this video I'm going to be going through all three benefits and disadvantages of using each one. Now for the external hard drive, something like this. This is a 1 terabyte external hard drive. Advantages are very simple to use. You just plug them in and go. Fairly fast, depending on what interface. This is a USB 3 hard drive. It goes at USB 3 speeds, and they are fairly cheap. Disadvantages are if the hard drive or SSDs, this is a hard drive, a mechanical hard drive, but if they fail, you lost all the data on this device. So yeah, there's no way of backing up the data on here unless you back it up onto another hard drive. That's a disadvantage with this, and it's a fairly big disadvantage. What these are good for, what I use them for, is backup. Do not use them for main storage because of the 1 point failure. For network hard drives or NAS, network attached storage, I use one of these. So just let me flip it over. I use one of these here. It is a Synology network attached storage. Now there are a couple of big players in this storage space. There is Synology themselves. There's also QNAP, Everscale, and also Resident Digital with the MyCloud series. And personally, I've got a Synology. I've got the DS115J. Meaning it's a 1 drive NAS. 1.5 in mine means it was released in 2015, and the J means it's the value line. Now there are different ones here. You can get the Play versions, you can get the Plus versions, and you can also get the J series, which is the main value line. The advantage of using a network attached storage is that it is available on all the computers on your network. If it is a 2-bay drive or more, there is built-in redundancy inside the box itself. Although that's not a backup solution, it does protect you if the hard drive inside the device fails. You can swap it out for a new one, everything's okay. And you also generally get some apps that you can install onto these devices. And these devices usually come with their own operating system. For Synologies, it is a disk station. So while I'm talking, I shall load up my disk station manager, which is for Synology, and you can get things like a web-based office with capacity to Google Docs. You can also get a music manager. You can also get where you can back up your photos onto this device if you want, or you can back up your Google Drive and OneDrive straight to these, so then if Google or Microsoft scraps those services, you've still got all your data safe on your NAS. So let's have a quick look at this station manager for Synology. So I'm going to flip over to my screen where I've got my Synology loaded up. So here it is. This here is what we call a status screen. Got widgets of exactly what status your Synology is in. So as you can see, I've only got a capacity of about 1 terabyte, and I've got 541 gigabytes free on this. The resource manager, now with this device it's only got a single core ARM CPU, but you can get them with quad cores, you can get them with Intel chips or whatever, but like I said, this is bottom of the line, and this has only got 256 megabytes of RAM. Although that might not sound good, for Synology is perfectly fine for what I use it for. The apps you can get, you just have a quick look. Just take a while because, like I said, it is the bottom of the line. Like I said, you can get mobile Office. Well, you can get Office that is based on this device only, so it's not in the cloud. Note-taking apps, stuff like that. But these are all the apps you can get on this device. Now, the main thing I use this device for is audio station, because I use Google Play Music. I buy all my music, then I download the music off Google Play Music and put it on here. So then when Google gets rid of Google Play Music, I don't think it's if now, I think it's when. All the music I bought, I can still use on my phone, because most of these comes with a phone companion app. I also use Synology Office, which think of it as Google Office, G Suite Office, but on your local network. And I also use the Google Drive server, which becomes part of Office, to store stuff on there. But this is not my main storage device. I use this mainly for the apps. I also use it to back up my Google Cloud, my Google Drive. I do pay for 100 gigabytes of Google Drive because, as an amateur photographer, I shoot in RAW, and all those RAW files get backed up to Google Drive, and then this device automatically downloads it onto the device itself. Also, I've got a USB hard drive, so something like this is also on here. Just let me flip it over so you can see. This external hard drive is for backup only, so every night it automatically backs itself up onto this external hard drive, then sends me a notification to my phone on whether it's filled or whether it's passed or not. So that is my Synology. The advantages of network attached storages are it is available to any computer. You can get multiple users on there, so then you can set permissions for what they can and cannot access. You can get apps on these things. You can get them with multiple drives, so you can set up RAID formations. So then you can get the hard drive to mirror each other, so if one hard drive fails, just pull it out, replace it, and Bob's your uncle. The disadvantage of these is they can be expensive. Now, this one bare bottom of the range Synology cost me over £100 to buy. This one here, which is now the equivalent, this one here, which is now the equivalent of what I've got, cost over £100, and that's without any hard drives. So you've got to buy the hard drives as well. But they are expensive. Now, the third solution is a direct attached storage, something like a drawer ball. Let's close that off. Something like a drawer ball. Now, I have got a drawer ball. I have not got this drawer ball. I've got a 3rd gen drawer ball, second hand, I might add. I got it from CEX. You can actually see it in the background, it's here. It is attached to my streaming PC, which is always on, so it is acting like a server as well. Now, the advantages with this type of things is the connection can be very fast. You can get Thunderbolt connections, you can get USB-C connections, mine's the USB 3 connection. You can get them up to 8 drives per, or for the drawer balls you can get them up to 8 drives. Another advantage with drawer balls, any drawer balls, is that they come with something called a Beyond RAID. There is a Synology equivalent called Synology Hybrid RAID, I think it is. where you can fit in different types of hard drives, different capacity of hard drives, different models of hard drives, and you can weigh them all together. Now my drawball's currently got 3 hard drives in, which if you have a look at this drawball connector here, I've got the 4-bay drawball, so I've got one of these. I've currently got a 3 terabyte hard drive and 2 terabyte hard drives in here. I've got it with a 1 disk redundancy. So if one of these hard drives fails, I'll just replace it with the same capacity hard drive. It doesn't have to be the same make or the same model. The same capacity hard drive, and it just rebuilds all the data and do not lose anything. That's the main advantage over one of these compared to direct attached storage, is that you get built-in redundancy and you can expand the storage on these as well. So at the minute I've got 3.63 terabytes worth of hard drive space on this drawball. Even though I've got 3, 4, 5, 7 terabytes of hard drive, physical hard drive space, I've only got 3.63 terabytes of hard drive space available. The main reason for this is that it's just for the backup. So like I said, if one hard drive fails, I can replace the hard drive and not lose any data. The other reason I've only got so much hard drive space available to me, even though I've got 7 terabytes of space available, raw space available, is that I've got a 3 terabyte and 2 terabyte hard drives in there. So it's reserved at 931.3 gigabytes because of the difference in capacities. So when I do run out of space on here, I'm using about 2 terabytes at the minute. When I do run out of space on here, I just need to buy any 3 terabyte hard drive. Obviously, if it is something like a WD Red, it is better because they are designed for this type of stuff. But it can be any desktop hard drive as well. Plunk it in, and then I get 6.35 terabytes worth of hard drive space, which is still got the OneDrive failure. These are very fast depending on the connection. You can share them out like any normal share of Windows. That's what I've done. I've shared this out. Actually, I'll show you. We go to this drawball here is my drawball. So you can see I got the main PC for everything on the main PC. All my music backed up on here. All my Plex data is backed up on here. I've also got my software library on here, as well as on my Synology. So you can work off here. Now, one thing I would not use this for is for backup. Do not use this as a one-stop storage for all your data with no other copy. You need to make sure you back up the data, because if the unit fails or more than one hard drive fails, you've lost all your data. RAID is not a backup. You need at least 2 copies of your data everywhere. So for me, when I do my videos, I use this to store everything on. Once I finish all my videos, then I use this as well for backup of everything on the drawball. I do not use this for anything else. But basically, once everything's done, once I've edited the video, all the raw storage goes onto this drawball, stays there. I use this for everyday access. All the data also gets copied onto here, but then this never gets used again. So this is the backup of the data on the drawball. For my Plex data, the Plex you saw on here is actually the backup of my Plex server, my streaming PC, which is also my Plex server. And for the software library, I've got it backed up onto my Synology, which then also gets backed up through the Synology backup onto my external hard drive attached to my Synology as well. So as you can see, I've got at least 2 copies of all the data on the drawball. So RAID is not a backup. It is just a safety net if a hard drive fails. But if 2 hard drive fails or the device itself fails, you're screwed. So that is what I would say is the 3 main ways of storing data in a home. You've either got a DAS, direct attached storage, which is useful for people like photographers to store the photos on, because it's a massive, they can get massive capacities. Like in my Dropbox, I can get up to 32 terabytes worth of data on there. So it's good for photography. It is also good for video producers like YouTubers like myself, where you back up all your YouTube videos on there. NAS or network attached storage can be like a DAS, but it's like it's on your network. Generally that can be slower because it just got to go through your network, but with modern 10 gigabit network speeds you can make it fast, but it's expensive. This Dropbox cost me £70 from CEX, so that was without any hard drives. It's actually cheaper than the lowest end Synology which I got, but that was second hand. Brand new, the 5N is £500 without no hard drives, so I would definitely look at second hand if you're looking at Dropbox. But there are some other makes which you can get which do something similar and probably cheaper. Just that I got this one second hand. The reason why I went for Dropbox is I used to work for a computer company. We use Dropbox all the time, so I know they are reliable. So I went for. The other one is external hard drives. These, which are good for backup only. Do not rely on these for your data if you're using it all the time. Only use these for backup of existing data storage devices. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I was rambling on a bit. So if you do like this video, then please like and subscribe. I also stream on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Link is here and here. And I shall catch you all in the next one. Jack, signing off.